Peace, it is I again, O.G.B.O. This is Omega Man Codes. Today, I have my brother Knowledge, a brother I've known now for, I want to say about 20 years, or close to 20 years. A brother who has knowledge of himself. We come from the same background as far as information and a lot of similar circumstances. Today, we want to talk about why is it that brothers who are raised primarily by single moms tend to be more, when it comes to breaking up, I'll put it this way, with the ex or the baby mother, we tend to be more concerned, more involved with who she chooses to be with, as it relates to that person having influence and contact with our children. Okay, so that's the question. I'm gonna ask Brother Knowledge his input, and we'll go from there. So this Brother Knowledge.
Peace, family, peace with the science. Yeah, that was a good question, man. And the answer to that is we want what's best for our children. We want to make sure that our children is in a proper environment and atmosphere. And we want to see everybody and know everybody that's in their space that can influence them.
Fact.
And we want to know what's going in their head. We want to know what type of atmosphere they're around, what type of environment they're in, because we want what's best for our children physically, mentally, spiritually. And that's all that's about. You know, it has nothing to do with being in a woman's business or anything like that. But you got to understand that wherever our children at, we have to be interested in the environment that's surrounding them and the people that surround them. You know what I mean? Because that's our first priority, you know, our children. So that's where it's at. That's why fathers are concerned about their children. If you're a caring father, if you're a thinking father, if you want what's best for your child, you better be thinking like that. You know what I mean? Because your child can be exposed to anything. They can be around anybody. You know, and if the mother had any sense, she'll work with you instead of trying to hide this and hide that and keep that away from you. Teach your children how to lie and all that. Teach your children how to keep things away from their father. If you teaching your child that, you know, you putting your child in immediate danger.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because the father is the protection. So you can't be teaching your child to hide things from your dad. Don't tell your dad this. Don't tell your dad that. You putting your child in a very vulnerable situation.
Peace, but God, let me speak on that. Brother Ray's said some statements, and I just want to go deeper on that, because there's this idea that, and the ego is involved with the male and the female. When the baby father shows interest, the female represented as, oh, he's not over me, and the male represented, oh, he's jealous that I got his boo-boo, his stinker stink. But in reality, what brother said is 100%. That's what it is. Now, I can't say for every man, there's no emotions towards losing her or seeing another man with her, because we're going to keep it all the way 100, right? That may be a factor, but it's not the factor that's represented in the media, right? The majority, I would say a good 75%, is based on the influence that this man is going to have over my children, especially those of us who are dealing with knowledge of self. Those of us who are aware of our environment, we're aware of our history. You understand? Those of us who are aware of biology understand that the child is more the fathers than the mothers. This is something that's not taught in this society. The child comes directly from here, directly from the mind of the father, and passes through the womb of the mother.
That's right.
Now I'm going to say something, but we got to deal with truth, not emotions. And I'm not saying mothers don't love their children, but a woman is loyal first and foremost to her feelings. Okay? Now, being the product of a single mother, my mother exposed me to men that had no interest in her being with her or helping her with her children. And it was a sex thing. And my mom, because it's no such thing as a dumb woman. You understand? She can be naive, but a woman is not dumb. She knows when a man's just trying to get between her legs. And I have woke up many times to naked men laying beside my mother. And that's another issue, right? We know how single mothers get down. And it's not, when we say this is not about putting the black woman down. See, we have to get away from this mindset that if somebody shares the truth, that they're bashing us or they're trying to shame us. Let's get away from that foolishness. Sisters, y'all know what it is. When that man come over and you trying to make your babies go to sleep, but that man, he want to get down and you want to get down too, you know y'all go in that room and you shut that door. And I'm going to say something to the black men. I want to really talk to black men. When you go and lay down with that woman, man, you don't have to be Rambo in that bedroom, yo. You don't have to do that. You don't have to, got the the bedboard slamming up against the wall. And women, when a man do this, because you don't have to do that to make a woman climax.
Right.
When a man do this and you got children, especially when you have young girls, let me tell you what's going on. When you have these young girls that's developing, and sometimes they're not even developing yet. See, he is passing a message to your child. You got a lot of predators coming in your house. You understand me? Now she's curious. She's young, she's curious, but her hormones are kicking in. So she hears these sounds coming from mom's room and she's not stupid. Right? Now, a lot of these guys time themselves. They've been over your house several times. They know what time your children get up. So he gonna time it to where he's coming out the room the same time she's coming out the room. He got his boxes on. Now her curiosity, she's gonna look at the area where she know mom's pleasure is coming from. You see? Now your child, in a lot of cases, this is not every case, right? But it's always those you least expect. Your child is being groomed.
Right.
And your male child, since black men have been bred to hate other black men, and he can't get to the father, he gonna disrespect the father through disrespecting the child. Your male son.
Right.
See, he might smile at your male son and play like he care when you around. But soon as you leave, put your nanny cams up. You're going to see a whole different man interacting with your child. This is why black men who are raised by single mothers feel a way about the new man. We want to meet him.
Right.
We want to let him know, listen, Joe, I'm in my child's life.
Right.
Give me the same respect that you would want someone to give you.
Right. Absolutely.
That's all. You can have her. You understand?
Absolutely.
You can have her. You got her anyway, but respect my seed.
Right.
Anything you want to add, Soldier?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I concur with that, man. And when we meet people and we got children in relationships, we got to understand that we got to all work together for what's best for the child.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I don't mind speaking to the mother of my children, significant other, husband, or whatever. We work together. As a matter of fact, some of my past relationships, I done brought the biological father back into the relationship. Like, yo, where is he at?
I've done that too, God.
Because they need their father here. I don't listen to none of that mess about, oh, no, let me talk to him. Let another man talk to him.
I've done
But
that too.
you can come over here and see your children anytime, brother. Because we're into community development. This is a whole thing we talking about here. It take a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
I'm not worrying about, my mind ain't worrying about, oh, is he gonna be having sex with my woman? Nah. What's most important is what's best for this baby. I'm not letting no low-level thinking get in the way what's best for that child. Even though that child ain't biologically mine, I still want what's best for that child. So we start thinking like that, we got to start thinking about what's best for the child. Even though we in a relationship, when I realize I'm not going to be in a relationship with a woman, okay, all right, now what I'm going to do for the baby? Because, you can't allow your thoughts to be cloudy when you're striving to do what's best for your child. You feel what I'm saying? We can't let all these other emotions and thoughts get in the way of what's best for them. And we got to make sure that they protect it. Because like brother was saying, like we don't want anything around our children. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm the baby daddy. I don't call before I come. I'm sorry. I'm not calling before I come. I pop up at any time because I need to know what's going on around my babies. Hey, what the hell I look like calling you before I come? What's in that house is mine. Yeah. And I'm going to sneak up around it to see who around there, what they being exposed to, and everything. You feel me?
Look, before we bring this to a close, to go back on brother said on popping up, listen, fellas, stop walking around people children in your boxes, yo. Don't do that. You don't want no man walking around your little girl or your little boy in boxes. And ladies, statistically speaking, more than half of black girls before 3rd grade, what's that grade? 8 years old, before 3rd grade have already been touched and mishandled sexually. More than half. So what happens to the other half? Well, they ain't finished school yet. The other half, a good 40% of them been touched and mishandled before they leave high school. Do you know who's number 1 on that list? Stepdads. Yep. Do you know who else is on that list? And this was a surprise to me, brothers. Elder brothers. You know uncles are on that list, dads are on that list, cousins are on that list, neighbors are on that list, but stepdad is the highest on that list. And brothers are very high on the list also. And I'm saying this for a reason. Listen, I know, don't assume because that's his sister, right, that he wouldn't do nothing. Because we're living in a world that's sexualized. Everything, they are fed a sexual diet from the time they get here, right? From the time they get here, they're taught about their penis, right? They're shown images. Listen, pop up and look at what your children looking at on their tablets, on these YouTube channels, right? Give what they're looking at 30 minutes of your time. You'll be surprised of the content. Cartoon characters, right? To attract children with adult content.
Right.
So your children are being sexualized. Yep. And then you're dressing your little girls in sexually explicit ways.
Right.
You got these little leggings on them, their little print showing.
Right.
You're setting them up.
Setting them up.
But look at how you dress.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
Little girl looking like a prostitute.
I know what you say. I'm an adult. I do what I want to do. No, that's not what being an adult is about.
Right, exactly.
Adult is being mature enough to know what not to do.
Right, exactly.
Until next time, this O.G.B.O, this Omega Man Codes. Remember, like, share, subscribe, pass the content forward. Peace to Brother Knowledge. Thanks for joining, Soldier.
Thank you, brother.
And hopefully we'll do a video again together. Allah willing. Peace.